I started French in middle school. I took French for 2 years, 7th and 8th grade. That pretty much amounted to, for most people, what is their first year of high school French. And then I continued on with French in high school. And I loved the language so much that I actually skipped over the second year and went straight into the third year and continued on that path and really went with it. And I even went on an exchange to France with the Rotary, and my knowledge of French really helped me to get more out of that exchange, starting immediately with being able to converse with my peers at school, getting things out of class. French school is definitely hard, and I can't imagine if I didn't speak the language how much harder it would have been to go through calculus already in a junior in high school. And I worked hard at it, and during that year in France, I actually, at the end of it, took the government exam, the baccalaureate, and even did well enough to get it. So I guess if I had wanted to, I could have gone to university in France. But so that was, definitely an opportunity I wouldn't have had ever imagined way back in 7th and 8th grade, that here I would be in France getting this baccalaureate and having these opportunities. Still today, I still find ways that I use French in ways that I never would have imagined then, that I'm using French in my career. As a programmer for Apple, an Apple developer, I go frequently to the Apple Developer Conference. When I go to the conference, it amazes me that French is almost like a second language there. There are so many developers that speak French. It's not hard to imagine. You hear all these Apple things like exposé, bonjour, rendezvous. It's because there are a lot of French people at Apple. Not only that Apple likes France. When the Apple employees and other developers find out that you speak French, it allows you to communicate with them on some other additional level. You get a little bit more inside information, how they really feel about things, or you kind of bond in a way that you probably couldn't have done otherwise, because you are able to relate to them on some personal level that they just don't do in English, for example. So obviously I still use French with my friends in my career. Speaking French, I also get to read French newspapers and media and get an alternative angle on current events. And it's really been, I think, one of the smartest decisions I ever made without knowing it.